Welcome to your Wellcast, a guide to unlocking a healthier, happier you. Your host, Anna Kate, is an experienced holistic health and wellness coach. She's the guide by your side as you give yourself permission to build the life you envision, empowering you through motivation, education, and whole health nourishment. If you're ready to indulge in your wellness journey, Anna's here to help. This is your Wellcast.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to your Wellcast. Today, we are going to speak about a concept called Bio-Individuality, which is a key theory concept in the holistic wellness, holistic health world. It is based on training at IIN, the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. So a lot of what I do in one-on-one sessions with clients or other coaches in this field, we focus on this theory of bio-individuality, which essentially is one size does not fit all. Each of us is a unique individual with very distinct needs, preferences, and biochemistry. So the concept of bio-individuality lies at the core of the integrative nutrition model, all of which emphasizes the importance of bio-individuality in achieving your general big picture holistic well-being. So what is exactly bio-individuality? It is the understanding that each person is unique, with distinct genetic makeup, differing lifestyles, environmental factors that influence their health in an individualistic way versus someone else. It means that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to health and wellness. What works for one person may not work for another, and that's where bio-individuality comes into play. At the heart of integrative nutrition is the understanding that nourishing our bodies goes beyond just the food we eat. It also encompasses various factors, such as relationships, physical activity, career, spirituality. There are different versions of this: the wellness wheel, dimensions of wellness, circle of life, just depending on where you've gotten your certifications and training from. But most of it embraces the aspect of there are so many factors that go into your overall well-being. And embracing that bio-individuality actually means acknowledging that what works for one person may not work for another, and that's okay. We need to accept that. We need to customize nutrition for optimal health. That being said, one of the key aspects to bio-individuality in and of itself is the personalization of nutrition and dietary theories. There's so many dietary theories out there in the world. There is no universal perfect diet that would ever guarantee health for everyone. Instead, this concept encourages individuals to explore and discover what foods make them feel their best. You know, we always say, what works for your sister might not work for you. What works for your favorite celebrity or influencer in today's world may not work for you. So be very conscientious as to what you're reading, hearing, listening to, researching. It's finding what works best for you based on all of that material. Some individuals thrive and do very well on a plant-based diet, for instance, while others may find more energy and balance with a mix of both animal and plant-based foods. And bio-individuality acknowledges that our genetic makeup, our cultural background, all of those pieces, even the climate we live in, where we grew up, where our ancestors were from, all of those pieces can most definitely influence our dietary needs. So let's honor body wisdom. Again, this construct of bio-individuality is all about listening to our bodies and honoring them, honoring the wisdom that they hold. It encourages a mindful and intuitive approach to eating, where we pay attention to how different the foods make us feel physically, emotionally, mentally. It's being very aware. And rather than relying solely on external dietary guidelines or calorie counting or the next trend and fix that you seem to think you need, what if we tapped into our own internal cues and hunger signals? Doing so actually fosters that deeper connection with your body, allowing you to make nourishing choices that truly align with your unique requirements. Listen, be intuitive. Our bodies are uniquely built for us, to help us and to heal us as individuals. Our entire system is a complex computer system from head to toe. And so we need to allow it to work optimally. Choose to embrace your individuality with your lifestyle choices. Have them combine. It's a big picture. As we talked about, 4 minutes ago here, is that it's the habits, it's the lifestyle, it's the choices in that larger realm, and they all work together for your entire well-being. It's not just what I'm eating in my diet as my nutritional input. It's not just what and how, in what way am I exercising, right? It's not, I have great social relationships, but what about the rest of it? So beyond nutrition, that bio-individuality extends to the other aspects of our lives, including the exercise, stress management, financial, occupational dimensions, right? Just as there is no one quote unquote perfect diet from a nutritional aspect, there's no universal ideal exercise routine or stress reduction technique that works for every single person as well. It's the same concept. Integrative nutrition encourages individuals to explore different forms of physical activity and simply move your body, as I say, mindful movement. Try new relaxation practices. Figure out what resonates best with you. Some people may find pure joy and bliss in yoga and meditation, while others may prefer dancing or hiking. Light hikes, strenuous hikes, running, jogging, swimming, horseback riding, right? It's endless. And so by embracing your individuality in these lifestyle choices, you can better create space for true well-being to flourish. And let's come back to the power of mindset and mindfulness on a regular basis. Bio-individuality is deeply intertwined with your mindset and that approach to life, that self-awareness aspect. A positive and open-minded outlook can significantly impact how you respond to different challenges and how you're able to adapt to changes that come up. Again, change is really the only constant that we see in our lives, right? Things happen, things come up. And so how are you best equipped in each section of the wellness wheel, for instance, each section and dimension of your life? How are you best equipped to handle those changes and still stay balanced, still stay as healthy as you can? Incorporating those mindfulness practices that I talk a lot about, meditation, guided meditation's my favorite, gratitude practices, journaling, each of these items in your life as you pick up habits that work for you can enhance your connection to your body and then to your emotions. It is that mind, body, soul. We are always in constant flow with all of them. Incorporating these practices empowers you to make conscious choices that are truly aligned with your values and your goals. It's those changing behaviors. It's figuring out how your high-value habits roll in conjunction, right, with your goals for changing certain behaviors, rather than succumbing to external pressures or fads or the next prescriptive fix. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the big why. A couple questions here. How does bio-individuality impact our overall health and well-being? Well, by embracing this concept and the fact that you are specifically you, it allows you to tailor your health practices to best suit your individual needs. This approach can lead to improved digestion, better energy levels, mindfully mapping out, the energy drains, the energy gains, and it even helps with mental clarity. And so by understanding your body's specific requirements with the data you collect over time, you can make more informed choices regarding your nutrition, your exercise, your lifestyle habits. And the first step is self-awareness. This is the first step in my online course. This is the first step that I always talk about in the signature programs. Self-awareness. It's part of the mind component. In this case, how about keeping a food journal and noting how you feel after each certain food you eat, each beverage? As I've mentioned in different podcasts up until this point, all of that is data. All of that helps you determine and figure out in an objective way what works best for your body. So observing how different exercise routines too. Food is one thing. How do exercise routines affect your body and mind? Pay attention to your energy levels, the mood, throughout the day, before, after you consume certain things, exercise certain ways, chat with different people. Be aware of your overall well-being. That self-exploration will provide valuable insight, such valuable insight into what works best for you. It's all about tuning in and really listening to your body. Another question that comes up is, how does bio-individuality impact our dietary choices? Okay, so as I mentioned, there's so many dietary theories. All of the choices around diet, which I don't even love that word oftentimes, but food, nutrition. Understanding what works for your friend may not be suitable for you. Understanding that your body's unique nutritional needs will help you create a personalized and sustainable eating plan. And really, it's digging into a lot of those pieces that, the culture, the ancestral background, that the climate in which your family generationally came from, skin color, all of these things come into play because, again, in that complex computer system, quotes, that your body is, it knows how to handle the input. It knows how to handle the things that come at you that may not react well within your body. I mean, all of that is immunity as well. So it's trusting, too, that your body does, in fact, take care of you. And so each dietary choice is so specific. It's so specific to everyone. In a dream world, right, we would all have the most perfect digestive systems where any food that you put in it, it could digest. You wouldn't have any ailment, you wouldn't have any reaction, nothing would happen. Now, that is the goal. I mean, that is the goal, to eat all food groups and be able to digest it all properly. We are finding in today's world that with the increased amount of processed foods and environmental issues and all of these things, our digestion has faltered for many people. And so it is just being very conscientious about eating, making the best choices, and you know what? Giving yourself compassion and also other people compassion for what it is they're going through with these dietary needs and or restrictions, which I don't love because it's a negative term, but we just need to be open-minded and compassionate and allow each person to figure out what works best for them with no judgment. Really, it's not about following the latest trend. It's all about finding what truly nourishes you as an individual. Exercise is the same. It was broached earlier, but again, some individuals are going to benefit from those high intensity workouts, while others need more of a peaceful, calm strength, maybe low resistance from Pilates or yoga, or I used to teach body pump. So it's high reps, but it's low weight, where, someone would conversely just choose the opposite, very high weight and low reps. So I think it just always depends on our goals as well. And then the thing that I'm harping on right now is age and stage. As we all go through the different stages of our lives, all of these things seem to change. And again, it's that compassion, that grace, and that understanding and stepping out of your comfort zone so you can try different things that may or may not work for you in any given stage. I used to run half marathons all the time. I would travel for the half marathons, and I would be the most competitive with myself and try and go as utterly fast as I possibly could. And to be honest, I was good at it and I loved it at that time. Right now, if you asked me to do that with the mindset and the stage that I'm in, maybe I could. Do I want to? Does it bring me the most joy? Is it best for my body? Probably not. Pilates, yoga, low weight, resistance is perfect. And so it truly is understanding what you need, and then also be willing to state what is best for you. With, again, no judgment. That's just what it is and what works. So by embracing bio-individuality in all facets of your life, it will lead to a more holistic and sustainable approach to your health and wellness. Where you are, where you'd like to go. It's about treating yourself as a unique individual rather than trying to fit into that cookie cutter mold. This particular approach fosters positive relationships with our bodies. It's really about respecting where we are now, and with the most mindful and intentional way, where can we go? It encourages us to make long-term health-promoting choices for ourselves. Embracing that bio-individuality through the integrative nutrition model invites you to celebrate your uniqueness and recognize that your journey to wellness is as distinctive as you are as a human. So nurture a deeper understanding of yourself, and you will unlock that potential for a happier, healthier, and more fulfilled life. So let's embrace bio-individuality with an open heart and an open mind, recognizing that your individual path to well-being is as diverse and beautiful as it can be. It may change, but right now, in the here and now, this is where you are. What feels good? Through this lens of self-awareness and self-love, you can then foster that lasting change, that sustainable change that we all strive for, and create a world for yourself where well-being and holistic health aspects are very accessible and very attainable for you. And finally, I just wanted to give you a little taste as to how I use this concept and theory in coaching methodology. In one-on-one sessions, or if I'm building out modules, educational materials, all of the above, these are some ways that I use this concept and theory. It's about assessing individual needs, using those various tools, resources, assessments to really understand a client's health history, their lifestyles, their habits, their preferences, this conditioning up until this point. I consider any health condition or any concern the client has and how they feel it's impacting their overall needs. And then we go ahead throughout the course, the method, and then we tailor, recommendations or tailor those implementation pieces based on the client's individual needs. So they, the client, can then achieve their specific health goals and even more a lot of the times. So this might include specific dietary recommendations, lifestyle changes, stress management techniques. We go through a lot of the consciousness work, the mind aspect because so much of our physical body is linked to that mind. And then the food we eat, of course, has the interconnected pieces as well. And so all the strategies are tailored to that individual client. Motivating and educating in a way that is specific to nourish the mind, body, and soul. My holistic health approach educates clients about the importance of bio-individuality and how it relates to their overall health and well-being. This can always help clients in their own world, in their own realm, understand why, right? Understand why certain recommendations are being made. And a lot of times in the coaching process, clients come up with their own, recommendations or solutions or things that we might want to try and implement. And then we see what works any given week, any 2 weeks. And then that data comes back to us. And then again, we pivot where needed. And so it's really understanding why certain things work or don't work. And then how can clients make choices then that best support their unique needs? And it's all about empowering the clients with guidance. Guidance in the form of self-love, self-trust, self-acceptance, and believing in themselves. Finding a healthy expression because that's where we want to live. We want to live in the joy, in the balance. It's empowering clients to take ownership of their health and their well-being choices by guiding them to develop self-awareness and recharging type self-care practices that will align on any given day in accordance to their specific needs and preferences and how they live their life. Creating those sustainable changes based upon decision-making, value-based kind of decision-making and behavior change. It is developing the awareness of your actual decision-making patterns and habits. It's what I've spent a lot of time on in the behavior change world. So much of the tangible things are there, right? The food product is there. The exercise techniques or options are there. But it's all about your decision-making patterns, what and why you're choosing certain things for yourself, and how those things that you're choosing support you or don't, right? And then we need to change. But from my perspective as a coach, it's allowing the client to own, choose, and then I can help support them to make those intentional choices, make them more habitual and meaningful in their lives on their way to the bigger goals that they've set out to tackle. So overall, as a holistic health coach, integrating that bio-individuality approach is fun. It's why I wanted to do this in the first place. It's that I love everyone's stories. Every single person on this planet has a different story, a different background. Tell your story. It's what makes you you. And then where you feel like you need more love and attention, those are the areas that we try and, tackle and understand where and why you're feeling as though those need more love and attention. Honor who you are. You're the best version of yourself. If you don't feel like that, you can get there by making those changes, by making those choices day in and day out for your health, for your well-being, so you can feel empowered. And to wrap up this episode, one last quote here from Ray Dalio. The happiest people discover their own nature and match their life to it. All right, I will leave you there. Until next time, be you, love them.
Thanks for listening to Your Wellcast, a guide to unlocking a healthier, happier you. Keep in touch on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at AnnaKate_Whole Health. To get in touch with Anna for personalized coaching and guidance, visit AnnaKateHealthCoach.com.